are places in the world that feel cold and out of place. There are scenes that make you crumple into sand. There are things still left untold. Some things make you question grace, but don't you let them get life out of hand. In your house I find real peace. In your house we find the least. In your house the weary enter into rest. In your house is true release. In your house is warmth and ease. In your house is where life truly is the best. I can only see the now, and it makes me ask how come life never handed me a silver spoon. Truth is I never bowed, only gave to you my song. Yet you called me out and brought me in your room. In your house I find real peace. In your house I find the least. In your house the weary enter into rest. In your house is true release. In your house is warmth and ease. In your house is where life truly is the best. It is a house not made with hands, not built or forged by man. It is simply only God and God alone. And He welcomes all who come with His arms so full of love. So come and let yourself be undone. In your house I find real peace. In your house we find the least. In your house the weary enter into rest. In your house is true release. In your house is warmth and ease. In your house is where life truly is the best. In your house I find real peace. In your house we find the least. In your house the weary enter into rest. In your house is true release. In your house is warmth and ease. In your house is where life truly is the best. It's all I need to know that you care. It's all I need to know that you hear. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. In my darkness I cried to you. In my despair you heard my weak request. I sat there a captive to my sin and gloom, incomplete and utter distress. Yet it's all I need to know that you care. It's all I need to know that you hear. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. I cried to you in trouble and woe, prisoner in chains, rebelling against my first love, sealed from you in a dark, dank, empty tomb, despising God above. Still, it's all I need to know that you care. It's all I need to know that you hear. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. I defile myself by what I do. Yet you say my rebellion grips me fast. But to yourself you stayed ever true, that life forever past. And it's all I need to know that you care. It's all I need to know that you hear. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. One. In my darkness I cry to you. You heard my weak request. I sat there a captive to my sin and gloom, incomplete and utter distress. Yet it's all I need to know.
What's up, people? Give me a quick second. I'll be right back. I will be leaving again, but I have a slight emergency on hand here. A slight one, a heat one with the stove issue. Put the wrong stove on, the wrong burner, and the wife will not be too pleased with what happened. See, I rat on myself. I don't need people to rat on me. I was in a hurry to try and get to here after recording, and I thought I put the burner on under my coffee, but it wasn't. It was under everything else. Glass and, yeah. Let's just say we're down a bowl, a good bowl. Oh my goodness, bro. We're down a good bowl. And a butter dish, a fancy butter dish. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna get it. I will what? I better say my goodbyes now. It was a pleasure knowing you guys. It is a favorite. It was the favorite. Anyhow, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave you with a song real quick, and I'm gonna go clean up what I can, and then I'll be back. I promise I'll be back. I just need to fix what I did. Nah, that's true, but it could have been fire. The only reason I got a whiff of it, and I thought, hey, what's that smell? Well, I know what it is now. Now I know what it is. Okay, I'll be right back. I promise I'll be right back. Okay.
It's all I need to know that you care. It's all I need to know that you hear. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. In my darkness I cried to you. In my despair you heard my weak request. I sat there a captive to my sin and gloom, incomplete and utter distress. Yet it's all I need to know that you care. It's all I need to know that you hear. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. I cried to you in trouble and woe, prisoner in chains, rebelling against my first love, sealed from you in a dark, dank, empty tomb, despising God above. Still, it's all I need to know that you care. It's all I need to know that you hear. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. I defile myself by what I do, yet you say my rebellion grips me fast. But to yourself you stayed ever true, that life forever past. And it's all I need to know that you care. It's all I need to know that you hear. This is all I'll ever need. This is all I'll ever need. One. In my darkness I cried to you. You heard my weak request. I sat there a captive to my sin and gloom, incomplete and utter distress. Yet it's all I need to know.
Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm back. Apologize for everything. Um, Keeping you guys waiting and all of that. Um, the house is still alive. I'm still alive so far. She's home. Um, she's home. Anyway, it's over with, right? It's over with. I had a good birthday, and then today's not the best so far. It's quite an interesting day today. It's I can tell you that much so far. Anyhow, let's get to the topic. Um, Yesterday was the Super Bowl, and my team won, so I'm happy about that. However, however, there were two halftime shows yesterday. The first one was the regular one with Bad Bunny, and then TPUSA put on their own halftime show. I don't care about the NFL's halftime show. Um, we knew that was going to be bad. But the TPUSA halftime show was supposedly a conglomeration of Christian musicians. Christian musicians. And therein lies the question I have. I'm confused. I'm honestly confused as to what that term even means anymore. I just don't know anymore. I don't know. I don't know what Christian means. I think it's lost all semblance of who it's supposed to represent. I do believe that. I believe now that they're doing it as a publicity stunt. This is Fox's. Um, this is Fox's breakdown of TPUSA's halftime show.
With Turning Point USA hosting their own alternative halftime performance, the show drawing in more than 10 million live viewers and more than 25 million views on social media platforms. The Turning Point team also dedicated those performances to the life of Charlie Kirk.
Welcome to the Turning Point USA All-American Halftime Show. And this one's for you, Charlie.
Independent journalist Elvita Duffy Alfonso joins me now. Elvita, great to see you. What did you think about the halftime show and the importance of it?
Listen, the halftime show, the TPUSA halftime show, was an incredible celebration of American cultural identity, but also our values. You saw Kid Rock literally spreading through his music the gospel during the TPUSA halftime show. It was beautiful. The dedication to Charlie Kirk made me quite literally tear up. And they only had a couple months to put this together, Carly. Had they had the whole year like the NFL, can you imagine what they could have done? And so I hope they do it again next year. I think with the time to put together a venue and artists, I mean, it's going to be even more spectacular. And if I could just add this, the founding fathers, when they first created a national motto, it was "E pluribus unum," which means in Latin, "out of many, one," and meaning that they understood the unifying importance of having a country where we all can come around and share a cultural identity together. Mm-hmm. And that's what I felt like the TPUSA halftime show really celebrated. We hear a lot today about diversity is our strength, multiculturalism, divisiveness. That was not this halftime show. It was truly beautiful. It was wonderful. And it was a perfect celebration of America 250.
It was certainly.
You know, there's so many ways we can go with this. And This the problem we would encounter here is there are many that will look at this and consider this Christianity. They will look at this and think, definitely this is God, this is God stuff. And it's definitely not God stuff. Um it has become now a popularity contest. The God thing is now a popularity contest. If you can get views, it's godly. If you can get people tuned in, it's godly. If it goes viral and the word God's in it, it's godly. I'm reminded of the um, that great sage Marcus Rogers when he did his TD Jakes apology. He let the cat out the bag, and he let the cat out the bag really, really badly. And I don't know if you guys remember it, but he said um, something wild. He said that when he did the whole TD Jakes, TD Fakes thing, it went viral, and it because it was anointed, it was blessed. It was anointed because it went viral. Whenever you hear people gauge sensationalism as godly blessings, just run. Please run. Run as far away as you can. Run as far away as you can. We have become a culture where Christianity is now a popularity thing the same way as popular music. I just don't I can't get with it anymore, man. Um, everything from the presentation, the stage, the type of music, the focus of the music, what they call the gospel. I don't even know what they call the gospel anymore either. I couldn't tell you what they call the gospel anymore. I don't know. I want you to watch something here. I mean, the whole thing was country. Okay, just to know that that's the new identity that they are considering something. Anyway, but I want to find a section where they say Chris, where Kid Rock gave the gospel. Did anybody familiar with the state? What did he do that was gospel? Anybody know? Because I'm trying to, for the life of me, figure out what exactly Kid Rock did that showed the gospel in this whole event. I just don't know. Today, the gospel is don't worry, Jesus loves you, and um, he wants to have relationship with you, and he'll help you behave good. Um, I, I guess that's the gospel now. I don't know. I really don't know anymore. I'm confused. I just don't understand anymore. We want to have affiliations with the world, and we want to make sure people know it. So now we have award ceremonies for songs to give to mankind about God. So we get a Christian music awards, and you get platinum selling albums for Christian music, kind of like to mirror what the world does. Listen to me carefully. Everything the world did, Christians decided they're going to have a copy. It's, you know what this, I get it now. I know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of vegans. And if you're a vegan out there, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to hold back what I got to say. It reminds me of vegans. Y'all don't want meat, but you try to make everything you eat look like, act like, taste like meat. Y'all don't eat bacon, so you make a bacon derivative, something that looks and acts like bacon, but it ain't bacon. You don't like steak, so you make something else to make it look and act and taste like steak. Don't want sausage, so you make a vegan-based idea. If you don't like the premise, why are you even remotely trying to look like it? Don't even do that. If it really is that bad, don't do it. Christians now, the term, the idea is all about copying the world, but doing a little less wickedness so it's not so bad after all. It's just a little less wicked. So what do you think that really does for the actual weak ones among us, the ones that really are struggling? The few that fight urges. You go to these music awards for Christian music awards, right? And watch how they behave. Let me do you this one here. I'm gonna show you something here. They call it what? The Dove Awards, right? Is that what it is? The Dove Awards? I'm gonna show you the Dove Awards. They're probably gonna give me a strike for showing it too. That's how they are. They love doing that. They're gonna give you a strike. You shouldn't be showing that stuff without our permission to get that money. We need that money. Don't you be taking our stuff and showing people. Don't you be doing that. Don't you be doing that at all. That's mean. I'm not going to play the movie. You're not going to play it. I'm not going to do the sound, but I want you to watch. Okay? Just watch it and you tell me if you can sense any difference between it and a secular award ceremony. Okay? That's all I want you to do. You tell me if you can tell the difference between it and, let's see if this is it. Okay, watch this. I'm not gonna put no sound. Red everywhere, lights, flashy. This is Christian. Yeah. Get down, people. Yeah. Get it in. That's right. Make sure you get some party up in there. Get that emotion rocking up in there. Get some hype. Make sure you get it all moving. Now I'm going to show you something else. And you tell me if you see any difference. All right? That's all I want you to do is show me the difference. I played for you the one that's supposedly Christian. That's what it says, Christian. And I'm going to show you now the one that's not Christian. And you tell me if you can tell the difference. That was Crowder, yes. That was Crowder. I'm going to show it to you. Now remember, I didn't play no sound. Forget the sound. The appearance is what we're looking at. Okay, the appearance. We're looking at the appearance. Now let's look at this one. We're going to mute this one up too. And you tell me if you can sense the difference between the two. All right? Y'all tell me. Here we go. All about the show. It's all about the show. Lights, the intrigue, the camera positions. Yeah, it's not supposed to have sound. No sound. I'll get copyright struck for that for sure. And in case they do, and they strike it for the visuals, go look the Dove Awards and then compare it to the BET Awards. You won't find a difference. The only thing you'll see is that they're different artists, okay? But their presentation is the exact same. The exact same. Let's read something here. In 1 Thessalonians, some of you might know where this is going. There is a verse in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, okay? And it goes a little something like this when you go down to, we'll start at 12. And we urge you, brethren, to recognize those who labor among you and are over you in the Lord and admonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake. Be at peace among yourselves. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn those who are unruly, comfort the faint-hearted, uphold the weak, be patient with all. See that no one renders evil for evil to anyone, but always pursue what is good, both for yourselves and for all. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks. For this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Do not quench the spirit. Do not despise prophecies. Test all things. Hold fast what is good. Abstain from every form of evil. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? In some statements, it makes it saying, avoid the very appearance of it. So what happens when the non-believer encounters an environment where they feel exactly like they did when they were in the world? Is that the goal? Is to feel no difference between when you were lost to when you were saved? Is it comfortability? Is that what you're supposed to feel when you go to church? Is that what you're supposed to be make people feel comfortable? I didn't think that was part of the deal. Because if that's the deal, then I need to know. I did not know that you were supposed to go and get a gradual introduction to holiness. I didn't know that. So you create an alternate timeline. You create something other than. We don't want the world, but we'll take something close to it. We don't want the world, but hey, if it comes down to it, we'll take it. We'll take what we can get. We're supposed to be changing the world. Isn't that what they tell you? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be changing the world? Is that what God asked us to do? Let's ask the elephant in the room question. Are Christians supposed to change the world? Or are you supposed to come out from it? Be in it, but not of it. Where did you get this idea of changing the world? Where did you get that creed from? Who told you that? With that mindset, what it ends up doing is creating in your head that any positive change that you see in the world is good. It's a good thing. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Wow. We're making a difference. We're making a difference in the world when the world starts to change because of us. The world's changing. And what's their measure of change? Their measure of change is they doing evil, but it's a little less evil. It's not as evil. It's still evil, but you know, we can handle that level of evil. Listen.
Listen, I didn't watch the Super Bowl or the halftime show, but I did get a lot of people commenting and messaging saying, hey, man, it wasn't that bad. You guys were tripping. It wasn't that bad because so many of us were speaking out, and that's the power of our voice. For months before the performance, we were saying, hey, we don't want to see this demonic stuff. We don't want to see this guy get up there twerking in a dress, right? And so they toned it down a little bit.
We don't want to see that. While he puts it in the very video that he says he don't want to see it in. Listen to me carefully. You don't want to see it. So what do you do while talking about it? You put the very thing that you don't want to see in the video you're talking about.
Great. But that doesn't change the fact that it was still demonic. And it was demonic because you got these gay men in here grinding on each other, right? So I'm happy, that, hey, they toned it down. We need to speak out more. Now, I will say the way that they might have cleaned it up. Now, they still have women half naked twerking everywhere, but somebody might watch that and say, oh, it's really not that bad. People were tripping. But that's the same thing that they did with like Lil Nas X, right? With Old Town Country Road. They get you hooked. They got this big song. The music sounds good. And then it takes you down this demonic portal of just craziness. And then with the, Hispanic brothers and sisters, they're watching it and their loyalty is like, yo, Latino pride, one of ours is at the Super Bowl. But it's the same problem we've had in the Black community with Beyonce and all of the witchcraft and stuff she's into, and Taylor Swift, right? In the white community with all of the witchcraft and stuff she's into. So it's just, man, that's one of ours, Black pride, Latino pride. Look at the white blonde girl, Taylor Swift, right? And people will pledge their allegiance to that and ignore all of the demonic stuff. Listen, when we speak out, it matters. Adam failed to speak up in the.
I hope you realize how stupid this individual is. There are some dumb people on earth, but Marcus takes the cake for he takes the stupid cake, eats it, regurgitates the stupid cake, and re-eats the vomit that he just spewed out. So he's twice as stupid for it. When we talk, we change things so where that we made an impact. It's still demonic. It's still demonic, but we made a difference, so it's less demonic, but it's demonic all the same. But at least it's less demonic, because you got to keep talking so it becomes less demonic. So you're hoping for change in the world without them following God by talking about it. So you accept the small, insignificant crumbs, and you just admitted it, that they do it to sell you more evil stuff, but you're happy. You just said you're aware that they do it. They lie to you. Old Town Road, right? They put it in there so it's easy for you to handle, to sell you the demonic stuff. But you say at least they toned it down. You know why that is, though? You know why there'll never be a full condemnation of the act itself, the music itself? Because individuals like him and many other musicians that are Christian musicians thrive on worldly music. They know that if worldly music sells, they can piggyback on worldly music's feeling and sell you on something that is not even Christian. They throw the word God in there, and they mention fighting a couple of things, but you're going there really for the beat. The beat's going to get you going, and then get you all hyped up on it, hopped up real good. No content to it, no gospel to it, but they call it the gospel because you mentioned the word God. That's now Christian. If you really wanted to stand aside from the world and be different, you wouldn't care about the sellability. You just make the music. Just make the music. Make it about God, and who has an ear to hear, let them hear. Heck, you wouldn't even make it about money either. It wouldn't even be a genre to get an award for. Do they have an award yet for the best pastor? I got to check that out. Let me see if there's any such thing. Let me see if there's a pastor's award. They got something called the Stellar Awards, but I don't know if that's specifically for pastors. But I'm sure they'll come up with one here soon enough, where they give out awards for the best pastor who can really hoop and holler the best way possible. You know, this pastor is really a good pastor. Why? Because he knows how to hoop. He knows how to holler. He's a good hooper. This is what we're looking at now. This is what the world is now being presented by people saying they're Christian as godly. It's no wonder that people don't want anything to do with what they see as the church. I can't blame them. There's no difference. You might as well stay going to the club. You might as well. It's like having a whole album full of killing, drugs, sex, and rock and roll, and have one song on there dedicated to God. And then you say, yeah, see, now that's my God album right there. Then when you show up and you actually start being different and you actually stand on the word, you're the bad guy. You're not accepting. You're a bigot. You're hateful. You're mean-spirited. All you're doing is abiding by what the word said, but that's too much. Thank you, Connie. Am I saying you're supposed to dress in gray and sing dirges all day long, one note all the time? No. But you know that their heart is not in it for the song. You know that. Otherwise, you wouldn't pay as much of attention to the delivery. You'd let the word speak for itself. I don't need to doll it up. I don't need to hype. I don't need any of that. Present it as it is. Sing the gospel. But you know full well that you're doing the extra and you're doing it for the fun. You're doing it for a reason. You're doing it because you're mirroring the world, because the world gets attention. And with the world's attention, you get jealous. You want the world's attention. It tells you over and over, don't do it to be seen of men. But here you are doing it to be seen of men. You have awards now to be seen of men for the great song that you wrote. I got nothing against musicians. I'm one of them. I'm a musician. I'll sing occasionally. I write songs. But there's no way I'm going to bring myself to be this person where I want everybody to be aware of that skill, man. Give me credit for that. No. Because then I'm pointing to me. I shouldn't be pointing to me. The things I do should point to somebody else, should point to God. But if it's, oh, you need to go hear my song and hear my, and make sure you, and because if the song itself isn't pointing you to salvation, not this, oh, I just want a relationship with Christ, that could mean a whole bunch of stuff. But if you're not dying to self because of it, then that's not doing the job it's supposed to. If it's not encouraging the saints, it's not doing what it's supposed to. If all your goal is to hype everybody up and keep them emotionally up there or down in the doldrums so that they feel something, then we're missing the point. We're missing the point. It seems like we just want to be compared to the world in order to kind of catch the crumbs off the world's table. We're not letting God do what he's got to do for his name's sake. We think we have to do something. And we got to sell the world stuff to convince the world to not be the world. You see how stupid that is? I'm going to use the things of the world to convince the world that the things of the world are not worth having, while using the things of the world that I say ain't worth having so that they can understand it ain't worth having. So here, have it. Just wild. Just wild. In any case, go buy my song. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to put out a brand new album, and that album is going to have a fire. I mean, it's going to have all kinds of fanfare. Just make sure you look. I'm going to put out DVDs on it too, and the DVD is going to have like strobe lights and a bunch of fireworks. Make sure you buy it. They'll buy it for double price, okay? It's for the kingdom. Don't worry, it's for the kingdom. My kingdom. It's for the kingdom, you know. Just go buy it. Buy 5 copies of every song. Just keep buying them. And but I am putting together the album, but it's not for sale. It's going to be more like a playlist that you can just download. If you don't want it, you don't want it. If it doesn't speak, it doesn't speak. But it's not going to be any hype or hoopla. It's going to be the word. If the word ain't enough, then the word is not enough. It's okay. That's your decision. Either way, stay focused, people. Stay focused. Savage Patriots will be on today, 6:30. In Plain Sight will be going live tonight for the first time, so check that out. Scrolling at the bottom, you know what to do, not to do. Not a request, not a just whatever. I appreciate all of you. We had a great Zoom yesterday. In case you all missed it, it was an amazing Zoom. I don't think she's too upset. I don't think so. I'll find out here soon enough. I didn't give much time for her to, go off. So, and she doesn't go off. It's not like that. But it is disappointing to me. I'm more pissed off at myself that I made that happen. But I don't think she can be as upset at me as I am at me. So, yeah. Anyway, scroll at the bottom, you know what to do. Appreciate you. I will leave you with a song to remind you of what he did. Okay? Wisdom calls to you from the streets. So please, please, please find wisdom.
I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, very deeply stained within, sinking to rise no more. But the master of the sea heard my despairing cry, from the waters lifting me, now safe am I. And my past keeps me from returning to it, for it was God that brought me through it. And when the memories come rushing back to try and sway my walk, His Spirit, oh, begins to talk. All my heart to him I give, ever to him I will cling. In his blessed presence live, ever his praises sing. Love so mighty and so true merits my soul's best songs. Faithful love and service to him belongs. My past keeps me from returning to it, for it was God that brought me through it. And when the memories come rushing back to try and sway my walk, his spirit, oh, his spirit begins to talk. He is the author and perfecter of my faith. He is able now to keep me all my days. I want nothing but his presence all my life. He promised to be within this stripe, for past keeps me from returning to it, for it was God that brought me through it. And when the memories come rushing back to try and sway my walk, his spirit, oh, his spirit begins to talk. My past keeps me from returning to it, for it was God that brought me through it. And when the memories come rushing back to try and sway my walk,